Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today, we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on August 28, 2025, which was about 5 days ago. The big idea is an interface that tracks and visualizes conversational goals in long chats, and it measurably reduces mental demand while helping users spend less time reading, yet more effectively evaluate and review progress. The paper is titled OnGoal, Tracking and Visualizing Conversational Goals in Multi-Turn Dialogue with Large Language Models. And as we will see later, the implications for everyday LLM workflows are quite significant. It introduces a 3-stage goal pipeline and a progress-centric interface that surfaced clearer feedback, better prompting strategies, and higher confidence. On X, reactions focus on practical gains for goal-aware interfaces. People highlight real-time feedback, clearer progress views, and reduced mental load, while asking about accuracy of evaluations and cross-model compatibility. Engagement appears moderate, with a few hundred likes and limited replies. Alright. The previous segment summarized the core idea and early reactions. Figure 1 presents the interface at a glance, which overlays real-time goal feedback directly on the chat so progress stays visible during long exchanges. The left pane highlights goals under each message with green, yellow, or red glyphs and short explanations. The right progress panel aggregates goals with mini bars that show confirmations, contradictions, and ignores. A bottom control row lets users trigger, infer, merge, and evaluate stages, so people can time goal updates when it is most helpful. Alright, the previous figure introduced the interface layers. Figure 2 shows the end-to-end goal pipeline in action, which maps user clauses into goals, merges overlapping ones, and then evaluates each goal against an assistant reply. The left panel illustrates the chat with colored highlights that ground goals in text. The right panels detail Stage 1 infer, Stage 2 merge, and Stage 3 evaluate, plus final results and a brief legend. Trigger text. Figure 2 shows the end. Bounding box, 0.02, 0.02, 0.98, 0.80. Trigger text. The left panel illustrates bounding box, 0.02, 0.06, 0.53, 0.76. Trigger text. The right panel's detail. Bounding box, 0.53, 0.06, 0.98. Okay, the previous figure laid out the pipeline stages. Figure 3 shows the progress panel's 3 tabs, which keep goal work visible and controllable during a chat. The Goals tab lets users lock or complete goals and shows mini bars of confirm, contradict, and ignore history. The Timeline tab renders a node link flow so merges and replacements are traceable. The Events tab lists each operation with message links so users can jump to evidence. Well, the previous figure outlined the 3 tabs. Figure 4 shows the individual goal view, which filters the chat to only the assistant responses evaluated against a selected goal, so comparisons stay focused. The center pane highlights confirmations, contradictions, and ignored parts directly in the text. The right pane lists evaluations with 1-sentence explanations and examples, and toggles unlock 3 overlays: key phrases, similar sentences, and unique sentences that reveal repetition, drift, or missed requests. So, the previous figure highlighted the individual goal view. Table 1 lists the 6 fixed goals that framed the study tasks, split between 2 bosses with opposing preferences. The creative boss asks for conversational language, storytelling for persuasion, and rich imagery with metaphors. The pragmatic boss requires formal and technical language, credibility from research and evidence, and a preference for facts over figurative language. These paired goals create deliberate tension, which forces trade-offs that the interface must track and explain. Wrapping up, 2 takeaways stand out. The goal pipeline and progress views make long chats legible, which reduces mental demand while improving evaluation and review, and surfacing explanations with concrete text snippets nudges better prompting strategies. Broader implication: assistants should expose goal state as a first-class feature across tools, models, and domains. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.